If you've already shifted your frequency, done everything right, felt the energy change, but the money never showed up, you didn't fail. You gave up 24 hours before the collapse. There's a time lag between your frequency shift and the physical manifestation of money. A quantum processing window that takes 48 to 72 hours. And 90% of people quit on day 2, thinking it didn't work. But it did work. It just wasn't finished yet. It's like turning off the microwave with 10 seconds left. The food was heating up, you just didn't wait. And this lag isn't some spiritual metaphor. It's measurable quantum physics. Delayed choice experiments have proven that quantum decisions take time to collapse into physical reality. The field needs to reorganize probabilities, align synchronicities, move invisible pieces. And that doesn't happen in 5 minutes. The frustration you feel isn't because manifestation is a lie. It's because no one ever explained the processing time to you. You're planting seeds and ripping them out of the ground on day 2, thinking they were dead. But they were germinating beneath the surface, invisible, processing. One more day and they would have sprouted. In this video, you're going to understand 3 things that completely change the game. First, why this 3-day lag exists and the physics behind it. Second, what you're doing during those 3 days that cancels everything without you even realizing it. Third, how the lag is cumulative and can decrease dramatically if you know how to cross it correctly. Because the problem was never the method. It was impatience in the gap between cause and effect. And once you understand that the gap exists, that it has a defined timeline, that it can be crossed, you'll stop sabotaging yourself 24 hours before your money collapses. So let's understand the real mechanics of this processing. Because when you send a quantum signal, that signal doesn't materialize instantly. There's real physics behind what seems like delay. When you shift your frequency, when you raise your energy, when you align your intention with abundance, it doesn't manifest instantly in physical reality. There's a processing phase, and this processing has a measurable time frame, 48 to 72 hours. This isn't metaphor. It's applied quantum mechanics. Think of it this way. When you send a text message, it doesn't arrive the exact second you hit send. There's a microscopic lag while the signal travels, gets processed by servers, decoded, and delivered. It seems instant because it's fast, but it's not immediate. The quantum field works the same way, except the lag is days, not milliseconds. It's not slowness, it's processing. And understanding this changes everything. Because most people give up right in the middle of processing, thinking nothing is happening. But it is happening. It just hasn't finished yet. Physicist John Wheeler, one of the giants of quantum physics, demonstrated this in the 80s through delayed choice experiments. He proved something revolutionary. A quantum decision made now can alter events that already happened in the past. But the collapse of that decision into the present takes time to propagate through the field. It's not instantaneous. Your new frequency needs to travel through the quantum field, reorganize particles, collapse probabilities, align synchronicities, until it finally manifests in physical reality. And that doesn't happen in 5 minutes. Or 5 hours. It takes 2 to 3 days on average. The crucial difference no one explains is this. Shifting frequency is not the same as physical collapse. Frequency is the signal you send. Collapse is the delivery into the physical world. Between sending and delivery, that's the lag. Imagine you turn on a flashlight in space, pointing it at a distant planet. The light leaves the flashlight immediately. You see the beam going out. But that light takes years to reach the planet. Your frequency is the light that already left. It departed. It's traveling. The money in your account is the light arriving at its destination. And between one and the other exists the journey. During the journey, nothing has changed yet at the destination. The planet is still dark, but the light is coming. This is exactly what happens when you shift frequency. The moment you raise your energy, feel real gratitude, align with abundance, the signal went out. But the money hasn't hit your account yet, because it's processing. Here's the problem. Most people shift their frequency on Monday morning. They spend all of Monday vibrating abundance, feeling worthy, aligned. Tuesday morning, they wake up hopeful. Check their account. Nothing. By Tuesday night, they're already doubting. Wednesday morning, they've given up. I tried. It doesn't work. This is all an illusion. And they quit 48 hours before the physical collapse. It's like planting a seed, watering it for 2 days, not seeing a sprout and ripping it out of the ground thinking it was dead. But the seed was germinating underground, invisible, processing. One more day and it would have sprouted, but you ripped it out. And then you plant another seed, water it for 2 days, rip it out, plant again, water for 2 days, rip it out. And you keep thinking the problem is the seed, the soil, the method. But the problem is, you didn't wait for the germination time. There's a processing time between cause and effect in the quantum field, and 48 to 72 hours is the average time for small to medium financial manifestations. We're talking about money that already exists in the field of possibilities, it just needs to collapse. We're not talking about creating a fortune from zero, that takes longer, but opportunities, unexpected payments, refunds, bonuses, ideas that generate money. These things take 2 to 3 days to collapse after you shift frequency. The quantum field isn't slow, it's working. It's reorganizing probabilities, aligning people, creating synchronicities, moving invisible pieces that will result in money reaching you. But this isn't magic, it's physics, and physics has processing time. Another important thing, the lag isn't random. There's a reason it's specifically 48 to 72 hours. That's the time it takes for a new frequency to stabilize in your energy field and start transmitting consistently. In the first 2 days after a frequency shift, you're still calibrating. Your energy is adjusting. Your nervous system is getting used to it. You oscillate between the new frequency and the old frequency multiple times. That's normal. It's part of the process. But on the 3rd day, if you've maintained consistency, the new frequency stabilizes. And when it stabilizes, the quantum field recognizes, okay, this is their new frequency, time to collapse. And it collapses. But the problem isn't just the lag itself. The problem is what you do during those 3 critical days. So what happens in those 48 to 72 hours? The quantum field is testing you, not as punishment, as calibration. When you shift your frequency to abundance, the field needs to confirm one thing. Is this new frequency stable or just a temporary emotional spike? Because the universe doesn't collapse manifestations based on unstable frequencies. That would be a waste of energy. It would be like building a house on quicksand. It doesn't make sense. So in the 3 days after you raise your frequency, the field observes. Are you maintaining this vibration? Are you consistent? Or have you already gone back to scarcity? And this is exactly the period when most people sabotage everything, without even realizing it. Because during those 3 days, nothing has changed yet in physical reality. Your bank account still shows the same balance. Bills keep coming, work stays the same. External reality looks identical. And the mind interprets this as proof of failure. I changed my energy 2 days ago and nothing happened, I knew it. This doesn't work. And then you quit. 24 hours before the money collapses. Let me tell you something that happens all the time. Someone discovers quantum manifestation, gets excited, shifts their frequency Monday morning, spends the whole day feeling abundance, visualizing, being grateful, sleeps well, wakes up Tuesday feeling energized. But by Tuesday afternoon, they're already compulsively checking their bank account. Nothing changed. Tuesday night, the doubt begins. Did I do it right? Did my frequency really shift? Wednesday morning, they wake up discouraged. By Wednesday noon, they're already thinking, I knew it was too good to be true. And Thursday morning, they've already forgotten they ever tried, completely back to the old frequency. And then Friday, an unexpected opportunity shows up that could have brought money. But the person doesn't even notice, because they're no longer vibrating at the frequency that would attract it. The field tried to deliver, but you'd already changed addresses. There are 3 main traps in the 48 to 72 hour gap, and practically everyone falls into at least one of them. The first trap, retroactive doubt. You start questioning whether you really shifted frequency, whether you did it right, whether it's even possible, whether you deserve it. Did my frequency really shift, or did I just pretend it did? Maybe I don't have enough energy, maybe I'm not spiritual enough. What if this is just self-deception? What if quantum manifestation isn't real? And when you doubt like this, you know what happens? You're transmitting scarcity again. Doubt is low frequency. Uncertainty is the frequency of lack. And the quantum field reads this as cancel previous order. Because remember, the field responds to your current frequency, not the intention you had 2 days ago. If you're doubting now, you're transmitting doubt. And doubt doesn't collapse abundance. Second trap, desperate action. On the third day without seeing results, you panic, and you try to force money to appear through urgency. You send desperate messages asking for an advance. You accept any job that pays, even if it's completely misaligned. You start selling things around the house in a hurry. You call people asking for loans. And all of this transmits a very clear frequency: desperation. Desperation is the frequency of lack. It's the energy of I don't have it, I need it urgently. And lack attracts more lack. Urgency attracts more urgency. The quantum field mirrors exactly what you transmit. If you transmit I don't have, the field confirms, correct, you don't have. And the collapse that was about to happen dissolves. Because your frequency shifted from abundance to panic. Third trap, and this is the most common, constant frequency shifting. On day 1, you were vibrating pure abundance, certainty, worthiness. Day 2, you woke up anxious, kept checking your account, vibrated fear for half the day. Day 3, you tried to get back to hope, but you were already skeptical. So you spent the day oscillating between weak hope and resignation. The quantum field received 3 completely different signals in 3 days. Day 1, I want abundance. Day 2, I'm afraid I won't have it. Day 3, whatever, it's not going to happen anyway. It's like changing delivery addresses 3 times while the package is on its way. The driver goes to address 1. You're not there. Goes back. Tries address 2. You've already left. Goes back. Arrives at address 3, but you've already given up and won't even open the door. The package is never delivered. Not because it doesn't exist, but because you didn't stay anywhere long enough to receive it. And this is exactly what happens when you oscillate frequency during the lag. The quantum field is trying to collapse your manifestation, but you keep changing frequency so the target keeps moving, and nothing collapses. And then you think manifestation doesn't work. But it's not that it doesn't work. It's that you didn't maintain stability during processing. Here's the truth no one wants to hear. These 3 critical days reveal your true internal state. Whether you really shifted frequency or just pretended you did. Whether you truly believe in abundance or just want to believe. Whether you're committed to the new reality or just testing to see if it works. And the quantum field doesn't collapse anything based on testing. It collapses based on sustained certainty. So the real question isn't, why hasn't the money arrived yet? The real question is, am I maintaining the same frequency I activated 3 days ago? Because if you maintained it, the money is coming. If you didn't maintain it, you canceled without realizing. And then you'll try again. And give up again on day 3. And you'll stay trapped in this cycle forever, thinking the problem is the method. But the problem was never the method. The problem is instability during the 3 critical days. So how do you cross those 3 days without sabotaging everything? There are 3 principles for crossing the 3 critical days without sabotaging yourself. And these principles aren't complicated techniques. They're internal postures, ways of being during the processing phase. First principle, maintain stable frequency without oscillating. This doesn't mean being euphoric 24 hours a day. It's not about forcing fake positivity or pretending everything is perfect. It's about keeping the baseline tone of your energy consistent. Think of it this way. When you turn on the heater in winter, you don't keep raising and lowering the temperature every hour. You choose a temperature, set it, and leave it stable. The room warms up gradually, not instantly. But it only warms if you're not changing the temperature every 5 minutes. Your frequency works the same way. You chose abundance Monday morning? Maintain abundance. You don't need to be bouncing off the walls. You don't need to be visualizing all day. You just need to keep the internal tone of, I have it. It's coming. It's just a matter of time. Even when the bank account hasn't changed yet. Even when bills keep coming. Even when nothing seems different in the physical world. You maintain internally. It changed. It just hasn't processed yet. It's like when you send a payment and it shows processing. You don't panic thinking the money disappeared. You know it's processing. It'll go through in a few seconds. Same posture during the 3 days of quantum lag. It's processing. It'll collapse in a few days. Now, how do you do this practically when the mind starts to doubt? Every time doubt appears, and it will appear, you don't fight against it. You just redirect. This didn't work. Redirect. It's still processing. It's been 2 days and nothing changed. Redirect. The lag is 72 hours, it's not finished yet. What if I just imagined I shifted frequency? Redirect. I shifted. The field is processing. I trust quantum timing. It's not forced affirmation. It's conscious redirection. Like GPS redirecting when you leave the route. It doesn't yell at you, doesn't panic. Just recalculates. Make a U-turn when possible. Your mind is the GPS. Doubt is leaving the route. Redirecting is getting back on track. Second principle, don't test. And this is where practically everyone fails, because the temptation to test is irresistible. You woke up Tuesday morning? First thing, grab phone, open bank app, check balance. Nothing changed. A pang of disappointment. But you breathe deep and think, okay, still processing. 3 hours later, check again. Nothing. Later, before bed, check once more. Still the same. Wednesday morning, same thing. And every time you check expecting to see change, you know what you're transmitting? I still don't have it. Where is it? Why hasn't it arrived? You're transmitting lack, anxiety, doubt. And the quantum field reads this and thinks, they're not sure. Unstable frequency. Hold the collapse. Testing is the fastest way to sabotage manifestation, because testing always comes from doubt disguised as curiosity. If you really believed it was processing, you wouldn't need to check. When you order food through an app and see order confirmed estimated 40 minutes, you don't keep opening the app every 2 minutes. You know it's coming. You go do something else and wait. You only check when the estimated time has already passed. Same posture with manifestation. You shifted frequency? The field confirmed it's processing? Then let go. Don't keep checking your bank account 10 times a day. Don't desperately look for signs. Don't keep asking everyone, do you think it'll work? That's testing. And testing cancels. Third principle, and this is the most powerful. Act as if it's already processed. It's not pretending. It's anticipating. When you buy a plane ticket for 3 months from now, what do? You act as if the trip is already real. You start planning the itinerary, research hotels, tell friends, set aside clothes. The trip only happens in 3 months, but you're already living as if it's going to happen. Because you're certain it will. Same energy with money during the lag. You don't need to spend money you don't have. That would be insane. But you act internally like someone who knows money is on its way. How does this translate to daily life? You don't panic when you see a bill to pay. You don't start making emergency backup plans. You don't transmit desperation in conversations. You behave like someone who knows it's handled, it just hasn't processed yet. It's the difference between someone waiting for test results fearing a serious illness versus someone waiting for results knowing they're healthy. Same weight, completely different energy. And the quantum field collapses based on energy, not on waiting. There's a real story that perfectly illustrates this. A woman shifted her frequency to abundance on a Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, nothing happened. Thursday morning, she got a call. Overdue electric bill, they were going to cut her power. Critical moment. Most people at this point would go into total panic. I knew it. Manifestation doesn't work. I'm screwed. But she took a deep breath and thought, the money is processing. It'll arrive before they cut it. She maintained her frequency, didn't go into desperation, didn't call everyone asking for loans, just calmly said, I'll pay tomorrow. Friday morning, 72 hours after shifting frequency, she got an unexpected call. An old client who'd owed her money for months finally paid. Exact amount to cover the electric bill and then some. She didn't force it, didn't panic, didn't test compulsively, just maintained frequency during the 3 days. And the field collapsed exactly on the 3rd day. Now this doesn't mean it'll always be that dramatic. Most of the time it's more subtle. An opportunity shows up. Someone recommends you for work. You get an idea that generates money. It's not necessarily money falling from the sky, but it's the quantum field aligning circumstances that result in money reaching you. And there are signs that it's processing, even before the money shows up. Subtle synchronicities start happening. Someone mentions something related to what you want without you having said anything. Repeating numbers appear. 111, 222, 333. You think of someone and they message you minutes later. Small things resolve more easily than normal. These are signs that the field is reorganizing probabilities. Don't ignore these signs. Acknowledge them. Okay, it's processing. It's coming. But don't cling to them desperately as if they're proof you need to believe. They're confirmation, not condition. The difference is subtle but crucial. Confirmation. Oh cool, it's actually happening. Condition. I need to see signs or I won't believe. One strengthens frequency, the other weakens it. And here's something no one talks about. The 3 days aren't a fixed scientific deadline. 48 to 72 hours is the average. For some people it collapses in 24 hours. For others it takes 4 days. It depends on a few factors. How stable your frequency is, how strong the initial shift was, how much you tested or doubted along the way, how much energetic alignment you already have as a foundation. So don't get obsessed with, it has to be exactly 72 hours. Use it as a reference, not an absolute rule. But one thing is absolute. If you give up before the collapse, it resets everything. And then you'll have to start over. And if you start over and give up again, it'll reset again. And you can stay stuck in this loop indefinitely. Most people who say manifestation doesn't work are stuck in this loop. Try for 2 days. Give up. Reset. Try for 2 more days. Give up. Reset. And they never stay long enough for the field to complete the processing. But there's something no one tells you about the lag, and this completely changes the game. Here's what no one tells you about the 48 to 72 hour lag. It's not fixed forever. The lag is cumulative, and this completely changes the game. The first time you shift frequency and make it through all 3 days without sabotaging, the quantum field registers this. Okay, this person maintained stable frequency for 72 hours. Information archived. The second time, the lag decreases. Maybe instead of 72 hours, it collapses in 60. Third time, 50 hours. Fourth time, 40. And it keeps accelerating progressively. Because the quantum field is learning your energetic signature. It's like building credit history. In the beginning, no one lends to you. Or if they do, they charge sky-high interest, but after you pay again, pay once more, your score goes up. Banks start offering credit faster, less bureaucracy, because you proved you're reliable. Same mechanics with the quantum field. Every time you maintain frequency until collapse, you're proving, when I say I shifted, I maintain it, and the field responds by accelerating. Now, the opposite is also true. Every time you give up before the collapse, the lag resets. Not only resets, it increases. If you've tried 10 times and given up all 10, the field has learned, unstable signal, not safe to collapse. And then the lag becomes a week, 2 weeks, a month, because the field waits for prolonged stability before collapsing. But if you can make it through 3 times in a row, you break the pattern. First time after a long streak of failures, might take 2 weeks. Second time, 1 week. Third time, 4 days. Fourth, 48 hours. Fifth, less than a day. Eventually, the lag practically disappears. Neville Goddard called this living in the wish fulfilled. It's when your frequency is so stable that the field doesn't need to test anymore. It trusts and collapses quickly. But this doesn't happen on the first try. It's progressive building. Quantum momentum works like this. Each success amplifies the next. $100 in 3 days becomes $200 in 2 days becomes $500 in 1 day. And here's how to know if you're close to collapse. 5 specific signs. First, unexplainable calm. You should be anxious, but you're peaceful. Second, synchronicities increase. Conversations about money, repeating numbers, unexpected messages. Third, opportunities arise out of nowhere. Work, old client, an idea. Fourth, internal resistance decreases. Doubt and fear become lighter. Fifth, you stop checking compulsively. You don't even remember to look at your account. These signs indicate collapse within the next 12 to 24 hours. But heads up, if you cling to them desperately, you might delay it. Notice them, acknowledge internally, keep living. One last crucial thing, lag is individual. Don't compare your timing to other people's. Someone collapses in 24 hours because they have years of practice. You take 5 days because you're just starting. That doesn't mean you made a mistake. It means it's a process. What matters is, are you collapsing faster today than 6 months ago? If yes, you're on the right track. And here's the difference between occasional and continuous manifestors. Occasional ones try once, it works. 3 months later, they try again. 0 momentum, 0 history. Continuous ones maintain elevated frequency as a lifestyle. And the field recognizes, this person lives here now. I can collapse continuously. It's not about making it happen once. It's about becoming someone for whom it happens naturally. And now that you know the lag exists, that it lasts 72 hours, that it can decrease with practice. The only question that matters is, are you going to make it through the 3 days this time? Because the money isn't stuck. You're giving up in the middle of processing, and every time you give up, you reset everything and start from 0. But when you maintain frequency the first time, the second time, the third time, something changes permanently. The quantum field starts to trust you. And the lag that was 72 hours becomes 48, becomes 24, becomes hours. Until eventually you just decide, and it collapses, because you built a history of energetic reliability. But this starts now, with these 3 days in front of you. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about not giving up before time. Maintain frequency. Don't test compulsively. Act as if it's already processed. And when you reach the 3rd day and doubt comes, you'll remember, it's processing, just a few more hours. And you'll hold on, and it'll collapse. And you'll understand it was never about the method not working. It was about you not knowing the delivery time. Now you know. So comment below. How many days do you usually wait before giving up? 1, 2, 3? Because when you see that number written out, you'll realize how close you were. And if this video changed the way you see manifestation, leave your like right here. Help more people understand they didn't fail, they just gave up too soon. And subscribe to the channel because we're unlocking the real physics of manifestation, not empty motivational theory. Now there's something I need to show you in the next video, because if your money is taking longer than 72 hours, there's a specific block no one talks about. Your obstacles aren't real. They're energetic barriers that seem solid but can be passed through. And when you learn quantum tunneling, you stop trying to climb mountains and start walking through them. This video could completely change the way you deal with impossibles. I'll see you there.